Good afternoon, good evening, Sydney. Welcome. My name is Param Shivan and आज बहुत ही बेहतरीन सा मौसम है और आप देख सकते हैं कि हमारी जो कैमरा है उसको ज़्यादा ब्राइट कर दी गया क्योंकि आज कभी धूप तो कभी छाँव लगी रहती है ज़िंदगी में. What have you been guys up to? बताइए हमें ज़रा और हमारी आवाज़ अब तक पहुंच रही है तो हमें भी बताइए कि कैसा है आपके देश में मौसम कैसा है. एक अजीब सा प्रोग्राम तो नहीं कह सकते हैं लेकिन एक बेहतरीन सा प्रोग्राम कह सकते हैं आज लेकर हम उपस्थित हुए और आज हमारे पास हमारे साथ एक और साथी है और उस साथी के बारे में हम क्या बताएं. थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर दैट. और उस साथी के बारे में हम क्या बताएं वो खुद ही बताएंगे क्योंकि इतने माहिर है, सिडनी में बहुत माहिर है, काफ़ी चीज़ों में उनका दिलचस्पी है और आज हमारे साथ बैठे हुए हैं. कुछ वार्तालाप करेंगे, कुछ बातचीत करेंगे और कुछ गुफ्तगू करेंगे उनसे क्योंकि इधर सिडनी में संडे है और 2 hours ahead in Fiji in New Zealand. इंडिया में I think it's about 10 a.m. in the morning or something like that. But Bob will update you on that. So आपका ज़्यादा वक्त ना लेते हुए और आपका कीमती वक्त चुराते हुए थोड़ा सा, ताकि जो हमारी चेहरे के ऊपर जो धूप अधिक लग रही है उसको मैं कंटिन्यू कर रहा हूँ, फिक्स करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. बहरहाल आइए हम उसको वेलकम करते हैं. बॉब, वेलकम टू द प्रोग्राम. कैसे हैं आप?
नमस्कार दोस्तों और थैंक यू वेरी मच परम भाई for bringing me online. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you and I think if you're using a Wi-Fi at home then आपका Wi-Fi will deteriorate, your quality of the आपका stream will deteriorate. तो घर में अगर कोई यूज़ कर रहा है Wi-Fi because you're not directly connected, so आपको log out करना पड़ेगा. So that yes, you're clear now. That's fine. How's things?
Things are very good and thank you very much. I just wanted to say hello to yourself as well as all the audience out there.
हमारे पास कुछ लोग हैं और जो हमारे रेगुलर पीपल है, you can see them on the screen, ये जुड़ जाते हैं हर साथ. शशि शर्मा जी, hello, welcome. And Sharda Jablonski is in some other state, in another country. But nevertheless, he's off to work. I think she'll join us later. Lipsita ji, hello, welcome. And of course, our moderator, he's always there in my program, moderating. Hello, Linda, welcome to the program. Linda ji ko aap dekh chuke hain kuch din pehle and she did a marvelous and a wonderful job. Rashma Singh ji, welcome, loud and clear. Lockdown, hi, Linda bol rahi hai, but we are happy to have this show, so we are kept in all aspects of life. Yes, of course. And udhar Rohini ji bhi शामिल हो गई है. तो Bob, what's happening? You're wide awake, wide up and early today?
Yes, indeed. It's Sunday and like it's a sleeping day. But because of the lockdown, probably I am much awake earlier than usual.
Okay, you're much awake. So what have you been up to? Tell me a little bit as to what have you been up to in this lockdown?
Well, I luckily, touch wood, my job is running. So I'm in the health sector.
Yeah.
And so it is a crucial period for all of us to take care. And I am going for my job which is in the disability sector. I used to be in IT, but at the moment I am working in the healthcare, and it is tough for everyone.
Yes, everybody's
But
doing.
I am managing and I'm managing my way around. So hoping and keeping my fingers crossed so that I don't contract any COVID, and also like I'm keeping my mask on. So only for this program I have to remote it.
घर के अंदर जो आपके रहने वाले हैं, उनके साथ मास्क नहीं पहनना पड़ेगा. You to worry about that. जो भी लोग जुड़े
It's always better to, Haji, it's always better to hide the bad part of the face,
Yes, very true, very true. Well, Bob, talking to you the other day, and someone else has been passing me some wonderful words about you as to what you do. Now, tell me, apart from disability sector, you have given me a bit of history and your background. Where are you from? Which country? ताकि लोग जान जाए.
All right, I am born and brought up in Bombay, which is like right now it is Mumbai, in India. And मेरा एजुकेशन पूरा बॉम्बे में हुआ और पूना में हुआ. And I did my engineering in a wonderful college called Pravara Rural Engineering College, and it was a part of my life which I can never take it out from myself, because the college and the hostel life taught me lots how to stay positive through the ups and downs of life. My parents are from Kerala, which is the southern part of India. It's a beautiful state. It is called God's own country. If you type it in Google, quote unquote, you will hit our home state, which is called Kerala, southern part of
lots of greenery. Lots of greenery over there.
Yes, lot of greenery. Yeah, और backwaters वो भी है. So I speak a bit of languages. As when from my childhood days, I spoke English, Hindi, Marathi, and my mother tongue, which is Malayalam. उसके बाद मेरे engineering होने के बाद I went to Japan, and I was there for about 14 years.
Don't tell me you learned Japanese as well.
Yes, I do speak Japanese. So Japan is a beautiful country. So over the period of years, I started calling Japan my home because I felt more comfortable.
So why a sudden move to Japan from India?
Well, an American company called Morgan Stanley, they came over to India in Mumbai for an interview for their support, and I gave the written exams as well as all those things, interview process, and I was selected to be working in Tokyo, and that is what led me to
wow, 14 years. Now, being a Bombay man, acting करने को शौक तो नहीं था आपको?
नहीं, तब तो मुझे अमिताभ बनने का बहुत शौक था. लेकिन शक्ल ही ऐसा नहीं था कि ना जो I wasn't from the Kapoor family, nor did I get kidding. तो कभी हुआ नहीं.
कुछ भी एक्स्ट्रास में भी नहीं चांस आया क्या?
नहीं, मैं काफी गया, because the Filmistan, the studio, and as well as like the Bollywood, which is probably about 5 to 10 kilometers near to my place, where I have a house in Bombay. So उसके बगल में रहता हूँ. तो बचपन से जो था ख्वाहिश था, तो कॉलेज गुटली मार के सीधा शूटिंग पे गया. तो हमजद खान, शशि कपूर, इनको सबको देखा हुआ है.
तो आपने बहुत ही सारे एक का दो में टिकट लिया होगा.
या वो तो बहुत चलते रहता है, एक का दो.
Chalo, that's a wonderful introduction, because everybody that has been to Bombay or hasn't been to Bombay, for somewhat they relieve the stories of Bombay and the history and the stories, and we still call him Bombay. हालांकि मुंबई इन्होंने नाम चेंज कर दिया, बट स्टिल एवरीबॉडी कॉल्स इट बॉम्बे. दैट्स अ यूनिक नेम. खैर, बॉम्बे से हम निकलते हैं और हांगकांग से निकल के सिडनी कब आए आप, यानी कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया?
Sydney, I came in, landed in 2009 December, so it's about 11 years now.
Okay.
I still consider myself as a baby here, considering like जो भी जिसको भी मैं सोचता हूँ कि मैं बहुत तीसमार खान हूँ, 11 साल हो गया, लेकिन दूसरों को जब पूछता हूँ तो बोलते हैं कि हम यहाँ से 30 साल, 35 साल, 40 साल से यहाँ पे। So I say like I am an infant right now.
ओके ओके। नहीं, जब से हम आपसे मिलते हैं यहाँ पे, आप हमेशा इंग्लिश में बात करते हैं हम सब लोगों से। यू गॉट अ गुड हिंदी, तो आप हिंदी में ही बात कीजिए, अच्छा लगेगा पब्लिक में। आई नेवर थॉट कि यू वर फ्रॉम मुंबई एंड देन यू स्पोक फ्लुएंट हिंदी। आई नेवर, नाउ आई came to know these
Yeah,
things.
I got a lot of friends from Pakistan.
Okay.
Got a lot of friends from North India. So
Mhm.
I do speak. Initially, my Bombay used to be my Hindi used to be a Bombay Hindi. ए
अच्छा
जा रे
अच्छा,
तू, क्या बात कर रहा है तू, हवा ने दे चल, पतली गली माप चल,
सटक ले
वटक यहाँ
सटक
से,
ले।
yeah, सटक ले वटक ले and all those things, you
Did
know.
you
But
speak Marathi?
yes, I
Okay.
did speak, because that was one of the language that we had to learn
Yeah,
during my
yeah,
schooling days.
yes.
तो उस हिसाब से हमारा हिंदी था। लेकिन जब once I had more friends from the northern states part of India as well as from Pakistan,
Mhm.
so there's an influence of Punjabi, there's an influence of Urdu, there's an
Yeah.
influence of the northern India. So it all started coming together, you know, the bigger picture.
So that's good. Now tell me, आईटी की दुनिया में तो आप लगे रहे 14 साल, 20 साल, 35 साल लगे रहे आईटी की
20,
दुनिया में।
27, 28 years.
28 years. You miss IT?
Well, हाँ, इस हिसाब से कि उसमें ज्यादा पैसा है।
Very
Yes.
true, very true. तो इतने ज़्यादा जो पैसे आपको मिलते थे छोड़ करके आप डिसेबिलिटी फैक्टर में कैसे आ गए सर?
यार ये एक पते की बात है यार, you know. I used to be to be just to give a brief background on मैं आईटी में क्या करता था। तो आईटी में I used to work on the trading flow support. I am a person who loves growing in a very stressful environment. I'm like a कमल का फूल, you know, जो दलदल में भी
कीचड़ में ही रहता है लेकिन
हाँ,
फूलता
हाँ,
अच्छा है।
फूलता है। तो I used to enjoy it passionately, and of course the other side was like bonuses आता था, अच्छा पगार आता था, और वैसे ही मैं उड़ा भी देता था। You know,
You
so there is
enjoyed?
nothing. Yeah, I always like keeping a balance in life, you know.
Yes, of
So
course, होना ही चाहिए।
हाँ, तो ये सब होने के बाद so I have held very good positions in JP Morgan, Lehman Brothers.
JP Morgan is what sort of a company is that?
It's a financial services firm.
Okay,
Trading होता है वहाँ पे. So one of the
अच्छा
top
अच्छा।
4 in the world. So
okay.
I was the global head for global business and document services in Tokyo. I had about 75 employees out. So ये सब होने के बाद once I migrated across to Australia, I started working for Fujitsu Australia Limited.
Okay.
And I was a senior project manager in the cloud systems in implementing. So काफी banking से and I have worked. Then I changed my this thing into sales. So sales तो बचपन से, तो पहला क्वेश्चन मुझे पूछा था कि do you have sales experience? मैं बोला कि like and because I knew Japanese also. Okay.
बॉम्बे
So
वाले
that's
आदमी
the
को
reason.
सेल्स में तो कौन नहीं पिछाड़ पाएगा।
तो मैं बोला कि यार बचपन से अगर मैं बचपन से उसी बच्चे को दूध पिलाया जाता है जो बच्चा रोता है, तो
सही।
बचपन से जो है you have to be like every person is a human being, is a salesperson. Okay, you don't need a degree kind of
course, yes.
to do a sale.
Yeah.
You know, so ये अंग्रेज लोगों से मैं ऐसे ही बात किया था. So they were pretty impressed, and then I spoke in Japanese also. So what they did was like, oh, he doesn't have a sales experience, so let's test out his Japanese language. तो जापानीज को बुलाया, बोला कि इंग्लिश में बात करने लगा, तो मैं मेरा जापानीज रिस्पॉन्स जापानीज में दिया, तो उन लोग मतलब तो things like that, you know. So you have to hustle in life too. So it's never a straight path. You got to hustle to claim your spot in life.
True,
So
true.
that was the thing. And then IT में जो किया, then I became the account director for all the Japanese firms here in Australia and New Zealand, managing all the Japanese clients. तो क्योंकि Japanese clients का ये होता है कि ना, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में क्या है कि you pick up the phone and say like, mate, I have this particular, am I getting the order? Yes or no? No, straight. But Japanese लोगों को ऐसा होता है कि you have to visit the Japanese company.
Yeah.
You have to talk to the CEO because everyone is coming from there. So you talk to them, and it's a top-down approach.
Okay.
And you have to talk it in Japanese. Okay. If you don't go there, they don't feel that we have given them the enough importance. So I should travel a lot in Australia. हर एक कंपनी में जाते थे, उनसे बात करते थे, उनके साथ बाहर जाते थे. um, you know,
They
and some
love
of the
eating, na? They love eating and drinking, don't they?
correct. And
Yeah.
some of the contracts you get it signed while you are, you would never even expect that it is there. You say like, okay, do you have the papers? So you got to be always ready with the papers.
Yeah.
Boom, sign
Because-
off hua, and that means it's a good deal.
Yeah.
So you got to work with them. So your customer's customer is your customer. That's the basic tagline that I always.
So वहाँ से निकलते हासिल करते करते ज़िंदगी पहुँची ऑस्ट्रेलिया और
और यहाँ पे
2011 से आपने बोला ना 9 से यहाँ पे हो ना
2009 से यहाँ पे 2010 से मैं फिजित्सु में था फिर काफी इधर उधर हो गया एंड देन आई स्टार्टेड वंडरिंग लाइक व्हाट इज माय पर्पस इन लाइफ आप पूछे थे एक क्वेश्चन कि व्हाई डिड आई एंड अप इन डिसेबिलिटीज राइट सो आई वांट टू पुट द होल सर्कल अराउंड सो आई स्टार्टेड आस्किंग द क्वेश्चन व्हाट्स माय पर्पस इन लाइफ am I here just to 9
I'll
to
just
5
stop you there, Bob. I'll just stop you
Yes.
there. आपने जो सवाल किया है कि what is the purpose of your life? It's a very intriguing question. It's a very simple question. और ये जो सवाल है what is the purpose of life? I think इसको टैगलाइन करके बड़ा करके लगाना चाहिए स्क्रीन में. What is the purpose of life? बहुत लोग नहीं जानते भाई साहब.
बिल्कुल
बहुत ही छोटा शब्द है लेकिन उसकी जो अनुवाद करें अगर हम तो उसका गहराई बहुत ही ज़्यादा है. एंड उसी पर मैं आपको ये नोट करना चाहता हूँ, नोच करना चाहता हूँ, खोदना चाहता हूँ कि आप हमें बताइए उसी पर कि आगे बढ़िए.
Okay, so I started asking, you have to ask yourself, which I did, is like, what was my purpose? What is the purpose of my existence? मुझे तो दुनिया में आया एक लाइफ मिल रहा है मुझे. Am I utilizing it? Is it only for me or am I supposed to? Then I started dreaming. Am I going to leave a footprint when I pass away? Because every one of us is going to pass away one day. So how can I leave a footprint? Should I be leaving a legacy behind? How can I do that? And the only way that you can leave back a legacy is by helping others. Helping others, giving. ये हाथ जो मुट्ठी है, इसे खाली करने पे ही आपके हाथ में और आएंगे. So first you have to start giving. खाली करो, ग्लास को खाली करो, उसी के बाद दुनिया भरेगी उसमें.
बैंक को खाली करो.
हाँ, बैंक को खाली करो, अपना पूंजी खाली करो, उसके बाद ही उसके अंदर आएंगे.
अच्छा.
You got to give, and that is what I started pursuing. That is where I started giving without any remorse, without any expectation back. And एक बार देने के बाद निकल जाता हूँ मैं वहां से. I don't expect anything. I don't need anything from you. The moment when we start as a human being, start thinking that we need something from this person or this person, that is where you start feeling hurt.
यानी कि जब आप एक्सपेक्टेशन ज़्यादा करते हैं ना, हम इंसान हैं, हम एक्सपेक्टेशन जो करते ही रहते हैं. वी आर बॉर्न लाइक दैट आई सपोज. बट आपने बहुत ही अच्छी बात कही है कि वंस यू स्टार्ट एक्सपेक्टिंग यू गेट हर्ट ना.
True. So मैं expectations level अपने आप को कम किया. I always started giving, no matter what it is. And I don't, we shouldn't be expecting anything. To be very frank, the moment the expectation, आप सही कहा परम भाई, कि once we stop expecting, हमारा ईगो तो चला जाता है.
हाँ, वाकई बराबर.
हमारा तो ईगो चला जाता है because even in spirituality, that one of the points in the program is that ego को हटा के रखोगे तो ही होगा. You start pursuing, you start going into and deeper into yourself, asking for the purpose, because till the end of your lifetime, you will be asking, what is my purpose? इसको और कैसे fine tune कर सकता हूँ? Am I ready? Did I receive what I am seeking? You're always in the pursuit of that one thing, and that one thing that can give you happiness, that one thing that can give you contentment into your soul, because at the end of the day, it's you who are responsible for yourself. You are answerable to yourself.
So leading to that, my next question would be on anxiety. Anxiety.
हाँ जी.
Now, lot of people, अगर आप कहे अगर वो एक्सपेक्टेशन ज़्यादा रखते हैं ज़िंदगी में, तो कैन दिस लीड टू एंग्जाइटी एंड डिप्रेशन?
Yes, it's a very deep question. Expectation is not the only reason for anxiety. Anxiety can be inherent. It can come by default because हम समझने के बिना ही anxious हो सकते हैं. तो coming to the part of expectation, हाँ, expectation level high होता है तब anxiety होती है definitely, but anxiety का question itself is a very deeper question because लोगों को expectation से anxiety होती है और बिना expectation से भी anxiety होती है. क्योंकि एक बंदे को देखा या बंदी को देखा चलते हुए, the person is always anxious, is always on this thing. The reason probably this is what I feel is because they are not sure. They are not sure how the world is going to perceive them. Okay.
हमेशा डर रहते हैं ना, उनका जिंदगी में डर से रहते हैं.
करेक्ट. उनको ऐसा लगता है मेरे ख्याल से कि what will this person think, maybe what will my parents think, what will my kids think, what would my partner think.
सारी जिंदगी दूसरे के बारे में सोचते
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल. This is social environment is the main reason for all those things. With the advent of like Facebook or all this Insta and Twitter and all those things, हमारा expectation level हम खुद पे डाल दिया हुआ है कि मतलब है ना, we feel ourselves threatened saying that what if they don't accept me. For example, right, मैं एक अच्छा फोटो डाल दिया, ठीक है, एक फोटो डाल दिया यार, सच में बोलता हूँ परम भाई, एक लड़का एक फोटो डाले, एक लड़की फोटो डाले, लड़के को दो लाइक मिलेगा तो लड़की को 300 मिलेगा. नहीं
सही, बराबर है.
So now coming to my thing, right, लड़की लड़का का डिफरेंशिएशन छोड़ दो क्योंकि that's a bigger topic. But लड़कों का अगर मैं, if I am putting a statement or this thing, every now and then I am going to check किसी ने लाइक किया क्या, किसी ने लाइक नहीं किया, तो बाद में रात को सोते समय मेरा खाना नहीं हजम होएगा, मेरा नींद हराम, क्योंकि यार मेरे इतना अच्छा एक पोस्ट दिया यार, किसी ने लाइक नहीं किया. Now, on the other side, you put a post, you forget about it, you hide that post on your news feed. You know, you don't have to even go because that is where you are giving it out. People who are there to collect it, let them enjoy it. You move away. The expectation level, if you reduce it, stress gone, you have a wonderful life, enjoy, नींद अच्छा आएगा, खाना अच्छा हजम होगा, डायबिटीज नहीं होगा, ब्लड प्रेशर नहीं होगा.
ये सब चीज हमेशा, of course there are a lot of people, it's easier, I think, as a lot of people were saying, हाँ बॉब जी आप बोलते रहे हो, इजी है, बहुत ही इजी है, लेकिन करे कैसे, तरकीब बताइए लोगों को.
हाँ जी, ओके. फॉर मी, मुझे इसलिए एहसास हुआ है क्योंकि ना, आई हैव गॉन थ्रू द अप्स एंड डाउन्स ऑफ लाइफ जस्ट लाइक एवरीवन एल्स. You also have a history, a journey of life which I don't know, and I have a journey that you don't know, and it is coming from self-realization. और इसके बाहर निकलने के लिए एक मंत्र मैं यूज करता हूं हमेशा. Whenever something happens in my life, I ask this question, Bob, can you control the outcome of this, of a happening? Do you have any control on that? If you have control, then do it. And जैसे कि हम वॉलीबॉल खेलते हैं, you set it up.
Yes.
For the other person to smack it.
Yes.
Right? You set it up. So, can you set it up so that the outcome is as per what you desire? If the answer is no, don't worry. Don't worry. चलो निकलो. Don't worry.
दूसरा
It's not in your control.
Yes.
Start a new thing that you can control. Don't get worried. So I always ask this question. Every instance, I ask a question. You have two choices, either to laugh or to cry. I choose laughter. I have always a choice. Is this the right thing or the wrong thing? I have the choice. Every person is the architect of their own destiny. You have the power vested within you to control the outcome. If you can't, don't worry, it's not yours.
Try for another time.
Yes.
Wonderful thought there, and I think a lot of people don't realize how important it is. It's such a simple word, but it is not. People do not take interest into it. बिजी रहते हैं, कामकाज में बिजी रहते हैं, अदर लाइफ्स में बिजी रहते हैं, पैसे कमाने में बिजी रहते हैं, और आजकल सबसे महत्वपूर्ण चीज़ जो दुनिया में हो रही है, दैट इज़ कोविड. एंड कोविड हैज़ चेंज्ड अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल्स लाइफ. हमारे बीच में हमारे दोस्त काफ़ी ऐसे हैं, और आपके बीच में भी काफ़ी दोस्त हैं, फैमिलीज़ ऐसे हैं जिनकी ज़िंदगी इस हद से गुजर रही है, एंग्जाइटी बढ़ रही है, डिप्रेशन बढ़ रही है. और जब ये सब चीज़ बढ़ रही है तो उनको किसी न किसी तरह हंसाना चाहिए. हाँ, तो आप हमें आज बताइए, हमारे दोस्तों को सबसे पहले हम ये आपको लोगों को बताना चाहते हैं कि यू स्पेशलाइज इन लाफ्टर थेरेपी ना?
यस, आई डू.
तो आपका एक मैं ये दिखा देता हूँ, शॉर्ट दिखाता हूँ. ये आपका यूट्यूब चैनल है, एंड दैट इज स्कूल ऑफ अल्टीमेट लाफ्टर. Soul School of that is on YouTube.
Correct. सोल को एक्सपेंड करेगा तो स्कूल ऑफ अल्टीमेट लाफ्टर, SOUL हो जाता है.
अच्छा. सो दैट इज़ ऑन यूट्यूब. अगर कुछ वीडियोस वहाँ पर लोग देखना चाहते हैं, जा सकते हैं. इट इज़ अंडर दैट. आप स्क्रीन कैप्चर भी कर सकते हैं इसमें. और दूसरा फेसबुक में भी बॉब है, एंड दैट इज़ अनदर वन, स्कूल ऑफ अल्टीमेट लाफ्टर. एंड इस फेसबुक में ज़्यादा कनेक्शंस किस तरह से लोग कर सकते हैं बॉब?
Yeah, so as soon as like you start, you'll have to like the page, the group, and then as like, and they can always get in touch with me. You know, this is what I would like to do sessions with people who really need it. Laughter by default, सभी लोग ऐसे सोचते हैं कि ना यार इसके पीछे क्यों जाना है, हम खुद हंस सकते हैं. You know, but there is a scientific way how you can do it. And make it into a health benefit. You can hack into this laughter, to be very frank. And through laughter therapy, what we do is like we train people to hack into their own system. So that's what through the laughter yoga karta hu main, because I'm a laughter yoga teacher here in Australia.
Okay. So that's wonderful. और तो हम उतरते हैं और लोगों को हम किस तरह से इस योगा लाफ्टर के बारे में बताइए. व्हाट इज इट बेसिकली, क्या है योगा लाफ्टर?
ओके, लाफ्टर योगा जो ये है, ये शुरुआत हुई थी बंबई में. अच्छा. हमारे गांव में एक डॉक्टर मदन खटारिया नाम के एक बंदा था, एक डॉक्टर.
क्या नाम है? मदन खटारिया.
हाँ, बिल्कुल. तो वो बंबई का बंदा था, and what he did was like what he started it in 1995 in a small park in Mumbai, and he rounded up few people. He started laughing. So he did the research work, and he found out that there is a scientific benefit, you know, if we approach laughter in a certain way. So it has psychological this thing, positiveness, the mental stress निकल जाता है, and all those things. So इसमें क्या होता है कि when you do belly laughter in a group exercise में क्या होता है कि ना, you start the initial bit, सभी को लगता है कि ना, bloody this is so fake,
यानी कि हा
करके ना, so it is looks so fake.
तो 2-3 लोग जो ऐसे ही हा कर, तीसरे वाले तो नेचुरली हंसेंगे ना.
Correct. So the scientifically way how it is that you have to, there is I can guarantee you, यहाँ पे अभी 17 जन देख रहे हैं या 18 जन देख रहे हैं जो हमारे इसमें, I can guarantee you that in 90 seconds I can make every person who is watching laugh from the core of their
चलो
core, from the
चलो
inside.
चलो
You know, नहीं चलो क्या
देखो आप हंस रहे ना, खुद हंस रहे,
so
आपको मैंने
अगर मैं
हंसा दिया।
खाली मुझे देखने से ही आप लोग हंस पड़ेंगे ही पड़ेंगे,
अच्छा अच्छा,
या आपका तो अगर आप रेडी हो तो मैं आपको हंसाता हूँ।
चलो ठीक है, मैं एम रेडी।
ओके ठीक है।
हाँ
No, no, seriously, you got to shed all your inhibitions.
ओके,
Okay, आप रेडी, आप टॉक शो पे है,
हाँ हाँ
so
हाँ।
when I am going to do something, you will have to imitate just like me.
अरे
ठीक है।
बाप रे, तब तो नहीं होगा मेरे को। मुझे सारे 20-30 बटन प्रेस करने हैं, हंसते हंसते बटन कहीं उधर इधर चला जाएगा।
So for 20 seconds I'm going to laugh.
हाँ
Okay,
हाँ हाँ,
20 seconds. अभी
20
खाली ये
सेकेंड,
देखो कि
हाँ चलो
20
ठीक,
seconds. So
ओके
you can also laugh into yourself. Okay.
ओके, हाँ
So this is the way how you laugh.
ओके। अच्छा बस यार, मेरे को हंसी आ रही है बस यार।
That is precisely the way how you laugh.
ओके ओके
Okay.
ओके,
So what happens is ये बहुत लोग सब साथ में रहेंगे,
हाँ हाँ
एक ग्रुप में जैसे कि 100 जन है, 500 जन है.
हाँ
Okay, and you are standing there on the podium, making everyone laugh.
हाँ,
When it's everyone together, people, there are times when you have to control, because people with breathlessness,
हाँ हाँ
asthma,
हाँ, लंग की
इनको सबको
प्रैक्टिस
control,
होती
हाँ.
है।
So you have to control the momentum in which the people are laughing. That is where the laughter therapists come into,
अच्छा
where
अच्छा,
they can monitor and regulate that particular movement. And when you laugh every day for about 20 minutes, it has extreme health benefits. The endorphins in your body is released,
यस
which is
यस,
the feel good hormones.
ओके, यस, वेरी ट्रू
So,
वेरी ट्रू।
and what happens is when you are taking the intake of oxygen through your nose, what happens is there's a reason why, there is a scientific reason why the intake of oxygen is through your nose, because there are hairs. What happens is बाहर अगर ठंडी के मौसम में आप जब आप intake करते हो scientifically, what happens is it regulates the temperature before it enters the lungs, and then you exhale through the mouth. Okay, this is the regular. And what happens is the more oxygen you take, the more your brains are provided with oxygen
यस
through your
यस
bloodstream,
यस, आई
and
अंडरस्टैंड।
the more benefits you reap out of
इट्स
laughter
जस्ट
therapy.
लाइक ब्रीदिंग एंड एक्सरसाइजिंग ना, इसीलिए
Correct.
आप कह रहे लाफ्टर
हाँ जी,
योगा।
हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
वाह क्या
So
बात है।
इसमें क्योंकि because it's a combination of laughter and yogic breathing,
अच्छा अच्छा,
इसीलिए
इसकी
that is the
इनिशियल
way how.
कोई प्रेपरेशन प्रोसेस होती है?
हाँ जी बिल्कुल, that is where I come into picture. सबको
हम्म,
प्रिपरेशन
क्योंकि
करवाने
देयर
के
मस्ट
लिए.
बी पीपल देयर आर कमिंग टेंस्ड अप, यू नो, दिमाग में
Yes,
कुछ और
yes,
चल
yes,
रहा है,
yes,
पैसे नहीं है, बैंक में
yes.
पैसे नहीं
Correct.
आए, ये हो रहा वो रही
हाँ
है।
जी बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, इसी का इसका there are a lot of videos that I have, to be very frank, from last July
यार आप
24th
हंसते
या
हंसते
25th.
आंखों में आंसू आ गए आपके।
हाँ जी बिल्कुल. ये तरह last July 25th I had done free laughter session 15 minutes के for about a month,
हाँ
because that was the time of COVID. And all those videos are there on my page on Facebook. So जिसको भी जो भी चाहे, whoever wants to take a look, please go out there and take a look how. And I have given example that my final video that I had narrated, which to be very frank, it was an acting. Okay, in which I came into the video saying that I was fired from my job.
ओके ओके,
इतने लोग मुझे फोन किए, इतने लोग कि मतलब God, I didn't know that you got fired. ये, and it was basically an acting. And क्योंकि मैं एक्टर भी हूँ, I am a theater actor.
अरे बॉम्बे से तो
So,
डेफिनेटली एक्टर ना।
नहीं यहाँ पे भी मैं अभी भी एक्टिंग
अच्छा,
सीखता
अब
हूँ.
लाफ्टर एक्टिंग थेरेपी में आप एक्टिंग तो नहीं कर रहे हो?
नहीं नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं। तो उसमें ये दिखलाया था कि आई लॉस्ट माय जॉब एंड आई वाज स्ट्रेस्ड आउट, पीपल कुड फील इट, पीपल कुड, इन माय लाइव सेशन पीपल वर सेइंग दैट, ओ माय गॉड बॉब, इज इट, but then I transitioned it.
Mm-hmm.
I transitioned it
Mm-hmm.
to show how I introduced laughter in the same session,
Mm-hmm.
and by the time I finished off the session, everything was okay.
Everybody was probably saying, यार क्या आप लोगों
Yes.
ने मुझे उल्लू बनाया है आज बॉब. So
So
in a
yes, it is
day,
possible.
in a day, for example, लोग सुबह
हाँ
उठते हैं,
हाँ
आंख
जी,
मींचते हैं, सबसे
हाँ जी,
पहले आई रीच फॉर दिस,
okay.
सदगुरु साइज आंख मीजिए, आंख बंद कीजिए, थोड़ा देर या आप प्रार्थना कीजिए, या तो अपने आप को
हाँ जी,
धन्यवाद दीजिए, या
हाँ
तो
जी,
किसी भी मज़हब में विश्वास करते, मैं तो
हाँ
ये
जी।
उठाता हूँ सबसे पहले.
हाँ,
तो
हाँ।
what should a person do as far as laughter therapy is in the very beginning? Does it play an important role in a person's life? अगर उठते ही आप हंसते रहोगे तो आपका दिन अच्छा बीतेगा.
Well, I don't start seriously. I don't start with laughter therapy in the when I
यानी कि आप
wake up.
सीरियस रहते हो सुबह सुबह.
नहीं, मैं सोचता हूँ और मैं ना, I thank for being alive.
हम्म.
I thank for being alive. सोने से पहले भी मैं thank करता हूँ, and I forgive everyone whoever has done knowingly or unknowingly against me, and then I go to peaceful. क्योंकि कल किसने जाना, कल वो क्या?
हम्म.
Because I am a person of the moment. I live in the moment. I enjoy my life. I enjoy my life in the moment,
हम्म.
and I always have a realization कि मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, कहाँ पे. हाँ, being a human being, I am I'm not, the big one, or like, but I always try to live in the moment because
हम्म.
I feel like I can't control my past. I have not seen the future. This is what I am, and I have a choice.
Yes.
So उसमें भी वो choices में भी मैं wrong choice लिया हुआ है और right choices भी लिया हुआ है.
हम्म.
If you look at my graph, like I would say like 80% is the right choice, or 75 25 80 20 rule में हमेशा apply करता हूँ. ये
So
कभी नहीं बोलता कि मैं 95% I am the right
uh,
person. No.
would you say yourself you're more religious or more spiritual?
I am born in a very religious family.
Hmm.
I'm a Christian by birth. And in my journey, and to be very frank, I respect every religion
Mm-hmm.
because I respect every religion. But if you ask me this particular question, am I religious or spiritual? I'm a spiritual person,
More spiritual person.
a very spiritual person.
Okay.
Why? Is because I seek things within myself. I appreciate what has been blessed to us. I appreciate the flora, the fauna, the mountains, the sky. I love and appreciate every bit of this creation. The universe, the oxygen that you breathe, the streams, the stones, the twigs, the leaves, the branches. I appreciate every human being. For example, परम भाई,
हाँ जी.
अगर आपके जिंदगी का आपका एक जर्नी था, right? है,
हम्म.
अभी भी है.
हम्म.
Today, for us to be here in this particular spot, in this today, I talking to you,
हम्म.
I think I had spoken about this during our
Yes.
conversation,
Yes. Yes.
right?
Yes.
We have gone through different things. I was born and brought up in, in Bombay. मेरा 3-4 बार तो मेरा life ही गिर जाता था, मतलब उड़ जाता था. I wouldn't be here. I would have lost my life. Those are the miracles of my life. I've gone to Japan. I came to Australia. You came from Fiji. You have traveled all those things. But there's a purpose behind all these things to happen. I appreciate this. The creation, जैसे कि एक छोटा सा कंकड़ है. If you throw that particular thing in the pond of life, it creates ripples. It creates ripples.
True.
And the ripples go far and wide. Right? वो कंकर हर एक रिपल के पीछे नहीं भागता है. So be that stone that falls into that particular stream of life, the pond of life, and send that ripples. So it depends whether you are a positive stone or a negative stone. If you have surrounded yourself with all the good part and you dip yourself in the pond, you are actually creating the ripples which will bring in flowers and all the fishes and the butterflies all around. But if you wrap yourself with a negative stone which is full of poison, cyanide, and you chuck yourself into the pond of life, everything will perish that comes in touch with that ripple.
Now tell me, Bob, why do people cover themselves up with so much negativity in their life? Why do they speak bad? Why do they act bad? Why such कभी कभी क्या होता है, बड़े बड़े मकान रखते हैं, बड़े बड़े घर रखते हैं, मोटर चाकर बहुत पैसे कमाते हैं, लेकिन नेगेटिव एनर्जी बहुत ज़्यादा रखते हैं लोग. क्यों ऐसा है? Why is it so? Are they not trying, or is it their lifestyle, or is it their journey?
In my humble opinion, मैं इतना छोटी मुंह बड़ी बात है ऐसा नहीं सोचना. In my humble opinion, I feel that this is all because of 3-letter word. It starts with E-G-O, ego.
Okay.
Doesn't matter कितना पैसा आया, कितना सब, money could be a factor, power could be a factor, fame could be a factor. It could be anything. That factor could be anything. But all comes to the ego. कि मुझे मेरे पास ये है, मैं ये हूँ, 30 मार खान हूँ.
सोसाइटी का प्रेशर भी ना,
सोसाइटी का प्रेशर, मतलब सोसाइटी का प्रेशर कम है. उस सोसाइटी का प्रेशर इज लाइक दैट इज, ये जो होता है ना, ये आई फील लाइक एवरीथिंग इज बिकॉज ऑफ द ईगो. इफ यू ड्रॉप दैट इंजन ऑफ ईगो, it is a go.
It's a go, of course, yes. Very simple.
It is a go.
Very simple word, yes.
Very simple. Just remove that E from the ego and it's a go. That is when you start accepting the society का pressure. आपने जो बोला सही कहा कि ना, मतलब ये क्या सोचेंगे, वो क्या सोचेंगे. Don't worry. It is, for example, परम भाई, आज तो आप अच्छे बात कर रहे हो. Hypothetically speaking, हमारा अगर दुश्मनी हुआ, ठीक है, और मैं ये लेके घूम रहा हूं, ये मेरे पास एक ग्लास है, मेरे को है ना स्ट्रेस आएगा तो मैं ये ग्लास का पानी लेके रखा था यहाँ पे, ठीक है, बाजू में. ये मैं 1 घंटे के लिए मैं पकड़ के बैठूंगा, आपसे बात करूंगा 1 घंटे का प्रोग्राम में, ऐसा बोला. आफ्टर 1 hour you will see that I don't have the glass. Okay, after, if I still continue to hold this for 10 hours, I will be paralyzed. My right hand is going to be paralyzed. Why? It's because I am carrying that.
True.
That hatred within me. Okay, that hatred within me. So consider that glass of water is something that हमारे दुश्मनी से लेके घूम रहा हूं मैं. The moment हमारा कुछ भी होने दे, जो भी होगा, okay, if I let it go, if I don't have that ego or that particular thing about like, ये परम भाई के पास एक रेडियो शो है, okay, इसीलिए ये करता है, वो करता है, and then I start talking about you to somebody else, that means I'm still holding this glass.
Still holding the glass and you're still hurting yourself, no?
Correct. So once you start letting it go, what happens is like, you are going to, you are feeling that awareness, you are going into a solitude, you're going into your, क्योंकि for meditation, that is where the meditation comes, to your this thing, that you have to, you can do meditation anywhere. लोग बोलते हैं ना, ये मतलब ना ऐसा बैठ के एकदम स्टिफ रह के सांस अंदर लेना, बाहर लाना, या सर नीचे रखना है, पैर ऊपर रखना है. I don't say those things. You know, meditation can be done in seclusion, in solitude. Observe the sky, go for a long drive, enjoy this thing. Like glass को नीचे करो, हवा लगने दो चेहरे पे. You realize you don't have the power to create even one strand of hair. We don't have, as a human being, we don't have. Appreciate it. Appreciate your eyes, the eyebrows, the nose, the hands.
Love yourself, no?
Love yourself with passion. That is where. So you are seeking, you are going internalizing yourself. Once you start internalizing and once you start controlling your inner body, that is what you are radiating. Then you see a brightness, an aura outside you, coming from inside. So what you speak.
जो aura है, लोग कहते हैं कि aura निकलती है. So how would you explain that? जो aura जो आप लोग कहते हैं ना, कि when you concentrate, people can see your aura. How do you actually explain that, Bob? Is it with your actions, people can feel those energy? in
Okay.
some form.
In a very okay, let me try to explain it in a language, in a medium that
Mhm.
people will understand, right?
Mhm.
Agar if you there is a garden of roses,
बराबर.
you go through that garden of rose. From one side, it's about a couple of acres and it is beautiful fragrance and all those things. You come out of the other side of the garden
Mm.
and you come across a person by the name Param. Param will ask me, Bob, you smell so good.
Mhm.
I didn't put any perfume,
Yes, of course. Yeah.
but it was what I had gone through. So you are feeling it,
Okay. Okay.
smelling it. In the same way, if I am having this negative and gutter में से मैं बाहर निकला, बदबू वाला, और
तो
परम सामने मिल गया,
तो गटर की
परम
तरह ही
बोला था,
माखोगे ना.
man, can you go and take a shower? That is what you're going to tell me. So in a very simple language,
Hmm.
it is others will feel it. Your
Mhm.
presence, your words. जैसे कि ए परम क्या कर रहा है यार तू? परम आप कर क्या रहे हो? Two different ways. Okay, the
किस
tone
तरह से
changes,
कह
the
सकते हैं.
words
Yes, of
changes.
course.
हाँ
Yes,
जी,
yes. हाँ हाँ.
कभी एकदम एकदम हो जाएगा तो परम को सिर्फ मैं ऐसे देखूंगा, परम
Mhm.
समझ जाएगा,
हाँ
परम
हाँ.
समझ जाएगा. You don't need words even.
Body language is enough, ना.
Yes. So that's the way how when you are really meditating and when you are full of that brightness, you don't have to just by the looks. इसीलिए काफी आइकॉन्स है यहाँ पे. जैसे कि
Mhm.
मैं जैसे कि बोल रहा है कि ना अभी जैसे सदगुरु जी है.
Yes, yes.
Okay, सदगुरु. So he preaches all those things. थोड़ी दिन के बाद बॉब गुरु के आंखों में भी देखेगा ना ऐसे ही लगेगा. मजाक कर रहा हूँ.
नहीं नहीं नहीं, हंसने की
Once I
सेशन है ना आज.
practice,
हंसने वाला
हाँ जी.
थेरेपी सेशन से
once
आज
I
तो हंसना
once
पड़ेगा.
I practice once I practice this, right? So which I am not, but I still it's a ongoing journey
Yes.
where we keep doing the right things.
Mhm.
Keep thinking the right things. I can be called a hypocrite. I can be because at the end of the day, I'm a human. I can err, and sometimes I love doing that with passion. Whatever I do it with passion. दारू बोले पैशन से पीता हूँ.
पैशन से नाचे बोले तो
हाँ,
पैशन से.
नाच वाला डांस करना है पैशन से नाचता हूँ. हंसने बोलता था पैशन से हंसता हूँ. जो भी करता हूँ अभी करता हूँ, इसी मोमेंट पे करता हूँ. आगे नहीं पीछे नहीं, कुछ नहीं देखता हूँ, अभी करता हूँ.
यार लेकिन ये सोसाइटी को क्या कर सकते हैं हम यार.
हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते. आप यही है कि मतलब ना आपको भी वो गार्बेज उठा के चलना है. लेकिन अगर अच्छा चीज है तो टेक ऑन बोर्ड. डोंट वरी थिंग्स दैट यू कांट कंट्रोल. डोंट वरी. पब्लिक तो बात करेंगे ही करेंगे परम भाई. पब्लिक तो बात करे. उनको तो कीचड़ एक ही मकसद है कीचड़ उछालना. लेकिन ऐसे भी लोग हैं जो बहुत अच्छे भी करते हैं. सो व्हाट आई सजेस्ट, आई इवन टेल दिस टू माय पेरेंट्स, क्रिएट योर ओन हर्ड. क्रिएट योर ओन हर्ड का मतलब है कि यू आर born into a family, right? You are born into a family, so you expect, so this family pressure आ जाता है. आपको यहां जाना है, आपका फैमिली यहां पे, ठीक है. वो लोग बोल रहे हैं नहीं बॉब ये नहीं करना यार, ये नहीं करना. क्यों? मुझे अच्छा लगता है. It's not hurting you, but I love to. No, this is against our culture. This is against our. नहीं भाई, this is not the way. But the thing is that the family pressure, social pressure, ये खींचते रहते हैं. बॉब को आगे नहीं जाना है. So how you got to approach is you create your own herd. उन लोग जो आपको सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं हमेशा.
समझ गया,
Okay.
समझ गया.
Who will always live for each other.
Hang around those people that makes things work for you, ना?
Who will help you at every instance. मतलबी लोग भी है इसमें. So keep shedding, keep purifying this particular herd. Because after some time the unpurified people will shed away all the things. The herd गिर जाएंगे आपके साथ. लेकिन always remember your family. You have to come once in a while. You visit them and go back to your herd. That's the way how you got to do.
True, very true, very important.
You should not push your family away. But come and visit them once in a while. But your herd is your new family. अब अगर आपको आगे जाना है, किधर आपके मकसद में जाना है, क्रिएट योर ओन हर्ड. और साथ में चलो, साथ में चलो. और इसमें से लोग आएंगे, लोग जाएंगे. डोंट वरी. यू आर क्रिएटिंग योर कोर.
आने
उसी
वाला
तरीके
आएगा,
से
जाने वाला जाएगा ना।
हाँ जी, उसी तरीके से अलग लोग को अपना अपना कोर क्रिएट करते हैं। whoever is together working in the same directions the same way they will always
माने कि
what
इट्स
happens is
एक्सपेंडिंग
they will
ना,
always
आपसे कुछ
हाँ
सीख
जी,
के
हाँ
निकल के
जी,
अपना हेड बनाएंगे,
हाँ
वो
जी,
सीख लेंगे कुछ, फिर
बिल्कुल,
उसमें से
बिल्कुल,
निकल के दूसरा हेड बनाएंगे, अच्छा हेड
करेक्ट,
अच्छा हेड में
करेक्ट,
रहेंगे तो अच्छा ही निकलेंगे वहां से ना।
correct. Be careful of the people who will stab you also in this. But
यस।
then you know what? There are many martyrs. There are there are many people who get killed. So don't worry about that. You
तो
focus on your this thing or be good, be happy. That is what I always profess.
हम्म
Meditation is very important. Think about your inner self. Try to purify it. जैसे कि निर्वाणा achieve करो जैसा बुद्धा किए थे मतलब he went in जैसा देखने के लिए मतलब ना अंदर ही अंदर सेल्फ एनलाइटनमेंट उसको
हम्म।
अचीव करने के लिए like he pursued so probably like the influence of that one is from my Japan days.
ओके
Okay, because
ओके।
I feel like how much they are close to the nature, keep it as pure as possible. Okay,
बेसिक्स ना।
saying so correct in the basics. So in every religion as I say like as I initially हमारे initial bit में हम लोग कहे थे मतलब every religion is beautiful.
हम्म
Okay, wherever you are good. And no one is saying that religion को drop करना spirituality को पकड़ना है या spirituality
हम्म
can be practiced anywhere.
हम्म।
उसमें उसमें क्या होता है कि स्पिरिचुअल रिलीजियस में यू सी ए गॉड एंड you are following it structured one. Spirituality may you seek yourself and you feel God within yourself,
विद इन योरसेल्फ, वेरी ट्रू वेरी
within
ट्रू।
yourself because God exists inside you. So
हम्म
why don't we come directly in unison with what has been our blessing, what we have been blessed, you know? So that needs to be absolutely there. That's the way
हम्म।
how I think. That's the way how I think.
Now, lot of people do meditate. There's different sorts of meditation. No?
Mhm.
As far as laughter is concerned, laughter therapy, that is totally different from meditation, isn't it? Or do you include meditation part of your therapy?
I do include meditation part of my therapy in the laughter therapy.
Okay.
I'll tell you,
And how
explain to
long would a
you.
session last?
Okay, so laughter therapy जो मैं करता हूँ 45 minutes के लिए करता हूँ each
Okay.
session. Okay, so probably about 15 to 20 people together, or even like I have done for 50 people, 100 people.
Well,
All right.
can you do this online as well?
Yes, I can do that. मेरे जो पेज में है, I recently did with not recently 2020 में I did it with a group in Melbourne.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if in the new healthcare industry itself,
Mm-hmm.
so I can do it online also, and
One to
because
one
of
भी हो
COVID,
सकता है ना?
one to one is not recommended because
Okay.
at the end of the day, um, when you are laughing, you need someone else to laugh. Like like looking at you don't have to look at me, but
Yes.
when you're together as a group, you're looking at each other. Even the small way how you laugh, वो तो आवाज जो आता है उसमें भी हंसी छूट जाता है किसी को आप देखने उनका एक्टिंग देख के भी हंसी छूट जाए सो इट गोस इनटू ए समथिंग व्हिच विल अनकंट्रोलेबल लाफ्टर बोलते हैं
I
अनकंडीशनल अनकंट्रोलेबल लाफ्टर
yes,
तो
very true. Very true. For example, in the morning when I go to work, I go into the lift. And in the morning जब सुबह 7 बजे 6:30 बजे लोग मिलते हैं लिफ्ट में, सबका को हाथ फ़ोन पे रहता है और चेहरे पे मुस्कान नहीं होती है। तो अचानक से हम जब हलते हेलो 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 कहते, द एटमॉस्फेयर चेंजेस।
यस
माने कि जैसे ही आपके चेहरे पे वो मुस्कान देखेंगे,
हाँ
द
जी
एटमॉस्फेयर चेंजेस।
हाँ जी
अगर
बिल्कुल
उसमें लाफ्टर डालेंगे तो क्या होगा लिफ्ट में भाई?
ये जबरदस्त रहेगा क्योंकि है ना मैं जब काम करता था लाइक इन
हम्म
20 तो आई यूज्ड टू प्रैक्टिस लाफ्टर ऑन माय वे टू वर्क
हाँ,
सो इन द सेंस लाइक मैं बिकॉज आई नो सेल्फ लाफ्टर तो मैं हंसते रहता था जोर जोर से हंसता था ओके कांच ऊपर चढ़ाता था और ट्रैफिक में आके बैठता था जो ट्रैफिक में इफ यू लुक एट द साइड पर्सन वो लोग देखते रहते हैं इधर से भी देखते हैं उधर से भी देखते हैं और मैं हंस रहा उनको देख के मैं हंस रहा जोर जोर से लेकिन
हम्म,
दे कांट हियर मी दे आर जस्ट लुकिंग एट द वे एंड देन सडनली दे आल्सो बर्स्ट लाफिंग तो जैसा आपने कहा कि ऑफिस पहुंचता हूँ लिफ्ट का बटन दबाता हूँ खड़े एकदम स्टिफ में या तो फोन में
कड़क
रहता है
कदम हाँ।
हाँ so what I normally do is like I break that particular thing communication is essential in everything you
हम्म,
know put your phones down like just saying hi how's it going
इवन
बोले
नॉडिंग करने से भी ना,
हाँ,
स्माइल
even
करने से।
nodding करने से ना हाँ so you barge in, you create
You
bridges, you
don't wait
create.
for the other party to smile. You don't
Correct,
wait ना. वो ये ना
correct,
ईगो वाली
correct,
बात हो
never
गई
be.
ना
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल,
कि वो
बिल्कुल।
पहले
या
करेगा
तो
तब मैं करूँगा।
हाँ जी, या तो not, and your confidence level is lesser to
अच्छा अच्छा।
communicate across. Don't worry about that. Don't worry
हम्म।
about that. यहाँ पे तो जो बम्बई का जो भिखारी है, वो जाके फॉरेनर्स को क्या-क्या बेचते हैं। How do they do it?
यस
मजबूरी का नाम महात्मा गांधी बोलते हैं बॉम्बे
यस
में।
यस हाँ।
हाँ? तो उसी तरीके से you have to barge in. The more you communicate, the more you are breaking, like building the bridges with every human being.
सी दिस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। आजकल जो सोसाइटी में होता है, अगर हंसते रहोगे एक कि लिफ्ट में अगर लोग बोले कि ये पगला गया ना, पगला गया।
That is okay. That is okay, right? The next day, hey, Pagal,
ये
you know, you can also say, hi, Pagal, how are you?
ये
So then they will still like, what is Pagal?
यस
Right?
यस।
Like, yeah, you can start the conversation. The starting of the conversation is the breaking of the ice is the toughest part. Then the sailing
Yes.
is always good.
Bob, next time I'm going to try where the cubicle of toilets are. I'll try laughing.
cubicles में से आवाज आएंगे.
जिसको नहीं हो रहा वो भी हो जाएगा। Oh my goodness. So this therapy अगर लोग करवाना चाहते हैं, they can reach out to you and Facebook या YouTube में.
Yes.
Facebook में he's known as Bob Phil and इसी मीडियम के माध्यम से भी आप हमें भी कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं. And Bob, do you want me to you give your phone number or on the screen so they can capture it? or number क्या है आपका?
0401
0401
726
726
817.
817. Now, what about people that may be living abroad?
+61 401. +61
Then they can message you, I suppose, no?
Yes.
Plus
And
61401 726 8817. That's Bob's number, ladies and gentlemen. मैंने screen में रख दिया है. And if you need to get in touch. Now, Bob, obviously, there is, do you charge people? Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay. Before I come to the charge, I want to just respond back to your earlier question, whether meditation is a part of this.
Yes,
right?
yes.
You had a very important question.
Yep.
So my answer to that was yes. So in this 45 minutes, I do the introductory part. Then there's a body of exercise, pure exercise, where you're literally sweating.
Yes.
Okay, that means you have gone from the real negative to the extreme positive. Okay, yes. Because in laughter therapy, you will never go to the extreme negative or straight flat. So the pendulum of emotion is on the real extreme side. For example, like अगर आप corporate life में हो, अगर मैंने आपको लेके आया, आपके about 20 corporate people have been given this laughter therapy, and if I do the laughter yoga and then send you back to work, you will take a lot of decisions when you are in a happy mood. So it is always said, don't respond back to any emails when you are really happy, because you might just, जैसे कि है ना, जैसे चर्च में हो या मंदिर में हो या मस्जिद में हो या ये लेके आते हैं ऑफरट्री खरीद लेने के लिए, because they have preached and you want to really help out, आप अपना बटुआ में हाथ डालेगा और पूरा पैसा डाल देगा. नहीं.
Yes, of
then
course.
you go back home when your emotion is straight line. Why did I give? If I had kept another $50, I could have bought bread and milk for my family.
Yes.
अब मैं कहाँ पे जाऊँगा?
It is very important because I think कभी-कभी I mean ये होता है, लोग ऑफिस में बिजी रहते हैं, हस्बैंड्स या वाइफ बिजी रहती है अपनी नौकरी में, बच्चे घर में कुछ टेंशन चल रही है. अगर ये लाफ्टर थेरेपी वो खुद भी प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, जैसे कि आपने बोला गाड़ी में प्रैक्टिस करते हुए जाते, किसी दोस्त के घर पे जा रहे हैं और मालूम है वहाँ पर मातम छाया हुआ है, तो तरह तरह की जगहों पर वो यूटिलाइज कर सकते हैं ये थेरेपी ना.
बिल्कुल.
एंड द एटमॉस्फेयर विल चेंज टोटली, आई थिंक.
करेक्ट. तो ये लेकिन एक याद रखना कि ना, व्हेन यू आर डूइंग द लाफ्टर थेरेपी, यू डू नॉट एंड इट एट दैट हाई लेवल.
ओके.
योर आइडिया एंड इंटेंशन is to bring scientific health benefits to them.
Yes,
right?
Very important.
So never leave them at the extreme end of laughter, like positive. You have to always bring the emotional pendulum to the center. वहीं पे, so last 5 to 10 minutes, I do meditation with them.
अच्छा.
उनका emotions को neutralize करने के लिए.
Rest करना.
So that they get all the benefits of health when they are going back to work or wherever they are. So they are
साइंटिफिकली अगर इसको आप देखेंगे तो बेसिकली योर हार्मोन्स राइज एंड देन यू नीड टू
correct,
ब्रिंग योर हार्मोन्स टू अ नॉर्मल लेवल.
correct.
साइंटिफिकली
So
अगर
that when
देखें अंदर के बात होती है.
100%, 100%. So I give them an out of body experience through
हम्म.
meditation. So everyone closes their eyes and then I recite certain things and they just go with me to wherever it is.
ऑर्गेनाइज करते हैं यार एक लाफ्टर थेरेपी
हाँ
बॉस.
जी, बिल्कुल,
कुछ
बिल्कुल,
करते हैं
बिल्कुल।
हमारे कुछ फोरम में कुछ लोग डेफिनेटली कभी कोई थोड़ा सा खत्म हो जाए. दिस इज
हाँ
नॉट
जी,
एवरीबॉडीज कप ऑफ टी बट obviously I'm sure a lot of people will take something
हाँ
out
जी।
of this our chit chat. But I'll ask them जो लोग हमारे forum में लगे हुए, if you got any questions, I'm going to ask Bob a question and I'll
Mhm,
ask if you got any questions, please do jump in
mhm.
and tap in the forum and I'll let you
Sure,
I'll ask those questions and I'll ask the question meantime. And अगर आपके पास कुछ हो तो please you're welcome to us. Now Bob, the most important thing for myself is,
mhm.
does food play an important role in the general health being and meditation and laughter therapy? Food being, I'm a very big believer of certain
Mhm,
foods.
mhm,
आजकल जो खाने होते it's all modified. बहुत सारे
mhm,
hormones उसमें meat for example
mhm,
खाने में है. So
mhm.
does it play an important role? आपकी जो मानसिक संतुलन है, the status of your mind, does it play an important role?
100% yes. I
Mm-hmm.
totally uh, um, agree to what you just said. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it plays a very important role in what we eat because of the hormones as
अगर
well as
कुछ लोग 5 रोज मीट खाते फॉर एग्जांपल 7 रोज
हाँ जी।
मीट खाते मीट के अलावा रह नहीं पाते. सुना अक्सर
Mhm,
सुनते रहते, फैमिली भी सुनते रहते, गोश्त बिना नहीं रही ना ये लोग ऐसे
mhm,
बोलते हैं.
mhm, mhm, mhm. Right. So yes, food plays a very important role in the way how you um, because food goes inside.
Uh-huh.
In today's circumstances, it's all processed food. Okay, so there are a lot of hormones that has been injected, a lot of processing
Yes.
that is happening, so a lot of preservatives that has been used. Try to keep as close as possible to nature.
क्या बात.
You know
नेचर
that
बोली तो
line
वेजिटेबल.
correct. So that lines up. Not only vegetables. Okay, not only vegetables. So हर एक रिलीजन का हर एक ये कॉन्सेप्ट है कि ये खा सकता है, वो खा सकता है, बचपन से खाते हुआ है. Whatever food it is, whatever food it is, you
कीप इट
can
क्लोज.
try to keep it close as possible to nature. Number one.
नेचर.
Now we can talk about veg versus non-veg. I'm a non-vegetarian. Okay, but if you if I have a possibility of having good um, pure vegetarian food, why not? Vegetarian food can also be cooked in the right manner, you know. So nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong with eating anything. So everything needs to be in moderation, like the balance needs to be absolutely there. Okay, जो आपको मैं, who am I to dictate terms to you, right? Like don't eat non-vegetarian, don't eat vegetarian. You think I'm not that kind of a person. You enjoy wherever you are, whatever you do, but do it in moderation so that yes, आपका answer respond करने के लिए, yes, food plays a very important role in the well-being of mind, because whatever goes in has to come out, whatever you eat it has to come out, whatever you see has to come out. So try to intake the right things and the output will be the right person.
क्या बात. Now देखिए क्वेश्चंस में फोरम से कुछ लोगों ने पूछा है. लेट मी सी, आई विल ब्रिंग दोस अप ऑन द स्क्रीन. ये क्वेश्चन है, वी हैव गुड डेज एंड बैड डेज, व्हाट्स द बेस्ट एडवाइस टू फील बेटर इन दैट मोमेंट व्हेन यू आर फीलिंग डाउन. जैसे कि बोलते हैं ना, वी हैव गुड
हाँ जी,
डेज एंड बैड डेज,
what's
व्हाट्स
the
द
best
बेस्ट
advice?
एडवाइस टू कीप दैट मोमेंट, what's the best advice to do in that moment?
All right, Munni ji, that was asked by Munni Naidu, right?
हाँ.
So the advice I would say is that whenever you feel down, whenever, I'm talking only about the negatives to approach to your question, whenever you feel down, whenever you lose something, I suggest that immediately your mind should be in such a way that you should start counting your blessings. Because the moment you start comparing yourself that I didn't get that, I didn't get that, is basically you're comparing to yourself or to someone else, right? नॉट एवरीवन, जैसे कि ये हाथ में 5 उंगलियां है, पांचों अलग अलग, ये सबका एक रीजन है। आपको मिलना है वो मिलेगा, लेकिन उस मोमेंट का बात कर रहा हूं। इफ यू आर फीलिंग डाउन, स्टार्ट counting your blessing that you already got that. There are other people who didn't even get what you deserve. So that is the way, that is the hack. I'm telling, that is the hack to override that moment. Right? Once you override that moment, it will eventually, as you again and again practice it, that becomes a habit for you. So what happens is the pain, whenever it will be, there are leaves, some of the leaves, उसमें पानी गिरता है तो ऐसा रोल हो जाता है।
डालो के पत्ती।
हाँ, तो वैसा हो जाता है। हाँ, वैसा हो जाता है। So what happens is the moment you feel down, you start counting your blessings. That's the way how I do it. Like, I am a human being. I also feel the same way. But what I do is like, so what यार, हुआ नहीं, at least मुझे वो मिल गया। तो उसको तो वही, that person didn't even get that. At least I am blessed to get this one. Let's move on. Let's focus on maybe something I can fine tune it to get that.
Focus on the good points.
Focus always on the good part. Always on the good part. Eventually, it will become your nature. एक बार Dalai Lama had mentioned this one, that whatever you think, that becomes your character. So there are 10 different lines in between that to transition from the thought or the dream to your character. So that's, I'll share it with, someday you can post it on your Indian TV.
अच्छा सोगे तो अच्छा होगा, भला सोचे तो भला होगा।
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
लिंडा मनी पूछ रही है कि Bob Phil, if someone who has been diagnosed with mild anxiety or depression does not want to take antidepressants, will natural therapies help them?
Yes, 100%. 100%. Our body is, we have been created in such a way where our body will bounce back. And the natural therapies such as laughter or anything, that will help out. So that's the answer. Yes, laughter therapy, which I am familiar with, will definitely help out. Just an example, गुजरात करके एक स्टेट है इंडिया में, वहां पे एक है, वो थेरेपी है, इट्स जस्ट लाइक लाफ्टर योगा इज द क्राइंग योगा। ओके, जहां पे लोग जाते हैं, मतलब जहां पे लोग मरते हैं, मतलब someone passes away and some person they can't break out, because it's said that you got to cry to break loose, bring out. Lekin the person can't cry. So there's a group of people who go to such places and cry. Just like laughing, they cry. And eventually that person breaks out and cries.
Goodness.
Okay. Oh. To vent it out. So there is another wing to it also. So yes, natural ways, yes, definitely, to answer your question, yes. Natural therapy.
Why introduce medications which 100%. Is foreign to the body anyway? Natural therapy is very good, I suppose. Well, correct. Thank you, that Linda Mani, and I think with that I don't see any questions. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a few friends that are on the forum that I know that will come across and will organize a session, and I think we'll get a few numbers out there. I feel one day once this COVID is over, anxiety wala jo hum log ka kya hai.
I'm looking at the one of this thing which Muni Naidu has posted again. Yeah. Not too much takeaway. I would suggest that why don't you send me a message and I can, because there are certain things, there are personal questions that probably might not be able to be asked here in the forum.
Yes.
If you have anything in specific, you can definitely reach across to me. There is a solution always. I believe in solutions. Solutions came before problems.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you, Bob, and it's been exciting and And with that, any final words from you before we depart? Okay, let me take this question again before I'll let you finish off. Bob, when we say we are so down, our chakras are full of negativity energy, is it better to bath with salt?
Okay, I don't know this question. About
salt
whether नहीं नहीं, salt business पता है, मैं I'll respond back to that because
अच्छा
I always respond back to every question.
अच्छा,
So um,
it's not a forum
tech,
question you mean?
yeah, no, technically chakras को pure करने के लिए salt के साथ, I don't know the connection between that, but bathing with in salt water is always good.
Mhm.
Okay, sometimes what happens is salt is the pure form, like
Mm.
जहाँ पे which comes from the sea itself. So yes, it has certain scientific values. Okay, certain scientific values, uh, but whether that would uh, balance it, the negative things in the chakras,
Mhm.
that would be difficult for me to answer at this
Yeah, it's probably
point in
not.
time.
I don't think so because chakras are all more of a natural process of the body and meditation and
हम्म, हम्म, हम्म।
those another
अगर
process of is another side. Yeah, इतना easy नहीं है, बहुत बड़ा है.
इतना इजी होता तो मैं तो सॉल्ट वाटर में रहता।
But lovely question, lovely inquiry there. Yeah, Bob, I'll leave you
थैंक यू।
close, let you have some final words and, before we all go and say goodbye to you. And it's been a pleasure.
Yes. Yes, thank you so much. My sincere appreciation to all the questions as well as all the audience who were there throughout the time, and for all the questions, and mainly to Param Bhai for making it so simple, so easy for me to just slide in into this for this conversation.
I should open
And
a sliding section therapy.
कभी 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 मिलते हैं, and
Yes.
please feel free to contact me on that number that was provided, +61 4017268117. You
Yep.
can WhatsApp me, and I'll be honored to answer, take any of your questions. I do group sessions. There's a cost involved in that, and what I normally do is like I charge about $500 for
Mhm.
45-minute session for corporate, but I will reduce it to $300 in a group of 20, which comes to about probably $11. That is 45 minutes plus 15 minutes of meditation. But it needs to be a group session.
Yes. More
Uh,
than 10, you reckon? More than 10 or
more
about
than 10,
10?
more than
More than,
more than 10, yeah, more than 10, because it. But at this point in time of COVID, I am really flexible.
Mhm.
Anyone needs help, please reach across. That's at that note. I will leave at that. Any other inquiries, you can always ask Parambai. He can reach across to me or reach me on Facebook. My ID is Bobville, and you know the Facebook, which is Soul School of Ultimate Laughter, and my YouTube channel. Thank you. Please subscribe.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's Mr. Bob Phil, and उनका YouTube channel भी है Bob का, और Facebook में भी है. और if you want to get in touch with him, you're most welcome to get in touch with him. Bob, ज़रा आप अपना एंड में आप अपना कारनामा दिखाइए प्लीज़.